Today, we're diving into one of the most ambitious national projects on the entire planet, China's AI Plus initiative. And believe me, this isn't just about a few cool new apps. We're talking about a massive, state-sponsored plan to weave artificial intelligence into the very fabric of the country's economy, government, and society. And that really brings us to the huge question at the heart of this whole thing, a question that comes directly from the source material. Can artificial intelligence really become the backbone of an entire nation? China is betting its entire future that the answer to that question is a resounding yes. So what exactly is AI Plus? Well, China's State Council just dropped its most detailed blueprint yet. And essentially, it's a national strategy to embed AI everywhere, across all major sectors. I mean, from heavy industry and farming all the way to how the government itself runs. The end game? To make AI the absolute central engine for the country's economic transformation.
Okay, so you have to wonder, what's behind this incredible ambition? Why go all in on AI right now? Well, the answer isn't about looking outward. It's about solving some very serious and very urgent challenges China is facing right at home.
See, China is dealing with a perfect storm of economic headwinds. Growth is slowing down, debt is piling up, the property sector is shaky, and its traditional manufacturing base is under a lot of strain. And that's not even mentioning the long-term pressures from a changing population. When you put all that together, you can see why they're urgently looking for a brand new engine for growth and efficiency. And in response to all those pressures, the government sees a clear solution: AI. As the plan itself says, the goal is to harness AI to modernize industries, foster innovation, and build intelligent industrial ecosystems. So what does all that official language really mean? It's simple. Use technology to supercharge productivity, get more competitive, and make sure they hit their national economic goals. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, because this AI Plus thing isn't just some vague idea. Oh no. It comes with very specific targets and some pretty aggressive timelines. We're moving from the why they're doing this to the what they're actually going to do. So the roadmap is broken down into three main phases. By 2027, the plan is to have AI deeply embedded in 6 key industries. But then, just 3 years later, by 2030, that expands to AI being used across all sectors of the economy. And the grand finale? By 2035, the vision is a fully AI-powered nation. You can just see how the ambition here escalates like crazy. And here's the first mind-blowing number for you. By 2027, the target is for 70% of all digital devices and software to be intelligent. And what that means is they'll be powered by AI agents. Just think about that. In only a few years, the huge majority of digital interactions could be driven by AI. And if you thought that was wild, just wait. A mere 3 years after that, for 2030, that number jumps to over 90%. It just hammers home the incredible scale and speed of the rollout that China has in mind. But here's the thing. This plan has consequences that go way beyond China's own borders. The AI Plus initiative is just as much about projecting global influence and shaping how artificial intelligence develops for the rest of the world. And you really can't understand this without seeing it as part of the bigger tech rivalry with the US. Washington has put controls on exporting key tech like those super advanced AI chips. Now, while that's definitely highlighted some of China's weak spots, it has also acted like rocket fuel for Beijing's push to become completely self-reliant and a global leader in AI. So how are they going to expand that global influence? Well, the strategy's pretty clever. It involves things like promoting China's own open-source AI tools, helping developing countries build up their AI capabilities, and getting a seat at the table to shape global rules and ethics for AI. It all feeds into their bigger digital Silk Road idea, which is all about expanding China's tech footprint around the world. Of course, any plan this huge is going to run into some serious problems. It's inevitable. So now, let's take a hard look at the major hurdles and risks that could totally get in the way of this grand ambition. And this is the million-dollar question, right? Just because you have a bold plan doesn't mean success is a sure thing. There are some huge economic, technical, and frankly, management challenges that could derail this entire initiative. The risks really fall into a few key buckets. You've got the economic side, where there's a real danger of insane costs and wasted money on projects that just don't work out. Then there's the technical challenge, this idea called the productivity paradox, where you pour billions into AI, but you don't actually see the economic growth you expected. And on top of all that, you have massive governance issues, like making sure the whole country adopts it evenly, and of course, huge concerns around data security. And all of this leads us to a fundamental problem, a real tension at the core of the plan. A top-down, state-driven approach is great for setting massive national goals. But can that same system create the kind of flexible, open environment that you need for real, game-changing innovation in AI?
And that leaves us with the final and most critical question. What's going to define China's AI future? Will it be the raw power of its central control? Or will it be the need for that more flexible bottom-up innovation? How China solves that puzzle is what will ultimately decide whether AI truly becomes the backbone of its next chapter.